We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Wait, was that a ringing of the
Yeah,
bell?
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can't with you. I can't.
We wish you
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
We wish you
All right.
a Merry Christmas.
Okay.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Give them. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish
so
you
Af,
a Merry
man.
Christmas.
Are you not Af?
No. As in, have you taken this song and Africanized it
We
in
have
this
to.
manner?
Because I'm an African.
Now that you said I'm an African, so what can we do? Are we excited for Christmas?
Merry Christmas, ladies.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
This is our Christmas episode. A few days before Christmas.
Yeah.
So yes, we are feeling very reflective, feeling very wholesome, feeling very warm and bright. Isn't that a part of the song?
It is. Yep, it is.
I just realised I was a bit slow to that.
Yeah, there's actual lyrics in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you girls?
Warm and bright.
Yeah, all good. Can't complain. How are you guys?
Good. I'm just activating,
Loading.
this new girl,
Loading.
this new character activated.
As in, the energy is... It's electrifying.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Oh, stunning.
First of all, I haven't seen you in colour like this before.
Yeah.
And like a full head. Have you had highlights before or something?
Not in my natural hair, but
But
I've always
in
done.
wigs.
Yeah, I've always done highlights.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
always stick to like chocolate tones, like brown tones, that kind of, those kind of colors. So yeah, but when I saw this, shout out to House of Allure.
Yes.
At it
Our
again.
sponsor.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I said I really like this color. Maybe it will be a color for the summer. And she was like, we can try it now. And I was just like, oh. And then when she put it on me, I was like, what is that thing that the Gen Zs are saying? Yuck. So greedy. Is that what? So greedy.
Hold on. Is
Greedy.
that
How greedy.
How greedy.
How have I
Yeah.
missed this? Because I've been seeing greedy, but I didn't understand what it was.
I don't
Yes.
even know either. The
Oh,
Gen Z they say, yuck, how greedy. That's what it was giving. I was thinking,
It is
what
greedy.
this?
It
What is
is.
this? What
For
is
just one woman. Yeah. No, it really suits
I
you.
feel so
It's really
cute.
lovely.
Even I'm making myself shy.
Yeah.
I'm so shy. But yeah, so this is unit 11 from
As per
House
usual.
of Law as per. This is gonna get you through the Christmas season. It's giving the burgundy tones to wear with the reds and everything. You see me with my, what am I wearing on my head?
Antlers?
Yeah, it's matching. Yeah, it's matching. So yeah, please do as Nigerians would say, patronize us.
Yes.
And you can get the wig. You can get it from House of Law website using Preacher's code, which is Preacher's, and that will give you £45 off.
£45.
45, just 45.
That's
In
a
this
lot of
economy,
money
that's
for
a
it.
lot.
It's very
That's
good.
a lot of money.
Very, very
45. So yeah, thank you so much to her as well, because I was like, this
I've
gave
already
me
touched it.
Yeah, I was like, this gave me like a confidence boost.
Yeah.
You know, I've been telling you guys that, motherhood, all the hoods we're going through right now, it's really just, I'm being pulled at in different directions, and I think sometimes you just need something different to just like wake you up.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah. When you showed me the picture, I said, oh, when Rosalind's saying, I don't know who I am.
I don't know who I am.
She knows with this wig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So new Rosalind activated.
So my question is,
Yes.
does Daddy like it?
Daddy love it. He loves it. When we came in, and I was
Zaddy.
like, Zaddy, and I'm like,
Zaddy,
Zaddy.
not Daddy. It's
And
Zaddy.
I refused to FaceTime him when I went to do it. So he walked in the house, he was like, "Whoop." He was like, wow, this is different. I was like, do you like it? He's like, yeah, like you're giving me something spicy. And I was
Yeah,
like, yeah,
spicy,
it's
yeah.
giving hot paprika. What is it? What's
South
that
Four House
voice?
was hot
No,
last
it's
night, boy.
Boy.
But no, I love this hair. Don't listen to these girls. I'm a woman of God.
Yes, you are. That's why.
You know,
A married woman of God.
This is legal enjoyment.
Illegal enjoyment.
I hear it.
Do you know what? I couldn't actually wait for my own. So I went to purchase some of
Said
her.
I'm gonna do my own.
Yeah, because also I want to patronize our sponsor as well.
With our code, yeah.
No, I didn't use our code.
Girl.
I know. Sometimes
okay.
I feel like I just want to give and it will come back to you. Good
I hear
measure.
it. I hear it.
So I'm also doing House of a Law bundles today. It's like 1.5 in this little shirt.
You see that bounce?
At first I was doing backpack, but I'm trying to go into, grown, not smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's also raw Vietnamese hair, and yeah, it blends really well with my own hair. So it's a leave out that I've done. Yeah, like House of a Law, she has variety. So yeah, if you want the wigs, if you just want the bundles, it's there. We all are.
Quick question: Did you dye your bundles?
No.
Ah, okay. Because the color
so
blends
nice.
really
Thank
well
you.
with
And
your
it's
own.
because my hair is like 1B.
Okay.
And it's because it's raw. I guess that's why it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like a jet black. It's like a.
I mean, it looks from here, it looks like
looks
jet black.
jet black
It looks
then.
jet black to me. That's what I was saying.
I don't
like,
know. Maybe my hair.
Did you dye yours or the bundles?
No. So yeah, we are all sporting
Big up
House of a Law. Yeah. Right. So.
We didn't even introduce ourselves, people.
No, we were too
Oh
excited.
no, we're excited. Sorry, the hair got me excited. I just started yapping off.
Sorry about it.
You're joined by myself, Happy Soye.
Rosalind.
And Ken.
I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, so like we said, it's our Christmas episode, and we really wanted to reflect on the year that we've had, and yeah, share some lessons learned as well. There's been a lot that has happened this year for each and every one of us, all very different years, and yeah, we thought it'd be a nice way to round off
The year.
So
You start then. You tell us.
oh
Go on then,
snap,
lovely. You tell us.
like that.
Yeah. How's your year been? I mean, it's quite hard because we kind of touched upon this a little bit when we did our when we returned with our first episode.
Yeah.
But that was talking about over the 2 years.
period. What we've been up to.
Yeah.
And
so
this is
now,
a reflection of this
yeah.
year.
So we're gonna have to scale it back to January 2024 through to December 2024.
Yeah, do you know, I was really thinking about this. Like, I don't actually know how I feel, how the year has been. I think I think some years I've left and I've said, okay, this year it was hard, but this, or this year was really great, but that. But I can't really say in entirety how it was for me.
If you had to pinpoint what you're most grateful for, what would you say? You can start with that.
Oh, okay. I think I'm most grateful for the love of God. Yeah. I think I'm most grateful for the love of God. I think, yeah, this year has been I ain't gonna cry.
Okay.
You were like, oh snap. Maybe we shouldn't have started with her.
No.
She said,
I was looking at I saw his eyes, the camera.
No, I think this year has been a year of I feel like it's been a pruning year for me.
Okay.
So whatever I thought I was, and whatever I thought was right, or whatever I thought I understood about life, God has literally pruned it all, and is continuously doing so, and which has meant that that's why I can't really grasp and say how the year has been, because it's just been such a unlearning and then learning year. I'll give an example. There's a lot of things that I can look at and say, oh, somebody did this and God said, but God has shown me, but you've done this. Like, there's nothing that I have, and there's no thought that God has not said, but you, okay. Like, so it's been one of those ones where I am finding like a new identity in God. I don't think that means that my being or my characteristics and stuff like that, all of that has changed, but what I stand on has. And it's meant that I've been more still than usual. And people always say to me that, oh, you're busy, you're always busy. And yeah, I think I was busy doing nothing. Like being a busybody. Like, not that I'm not doing anything, but I'm actually not doing anything that I should be doing, because it's just like, so God has stripped that, so I haven't been as busy, so I can be more still and just evaluate what's going on in my surroundings and why I do things and why I think in a certain way, or why certain things have happened in the way they have, so that I can just take on this new identity in Christ. And I also learned actually about myself that I've been really fearful in life, I think from a young age. Like, fear has been something that has driven a lot of my decision making, and in that it's kind of curbed a lot of the good things in my life as well, because I'm always worried, like, okay, it's not gonna work out, or, you know, if somebody shows me love, I'm like, oh, but is it really real? Or no, I still need to protect myself. And it's just, fear has just like overwhelmed my life for so long. And in this year, I've faced it and understood that fear has enabled me to make decisions that I do not agree with. And I've done that over like my whole life, like put myself in situations that maybe I shouldn't have been in, but because of fear, I've just said that I'd prefer to do this than to actually walk in trusting God and God alone. You know, you can find that comfort in fear. Like, okay, this is my safe space, but it's actually a terrible place to be. And so, realizing that has meant that I've had to completely just trust in the love of God and just trust that God, and all God's plans for me. And it feels very scary, but it's made me become a better version of me and activate myself into God's sonship and not be a slave, basically. Slave to the world, slave to fear, so there's a lot of things. A slave to fear. Yeah. I am a child of God. You are a child of God. Preach, preacher. Yeah. Anyway. So like I said, that's why I said when you initially asked me about this year, there's a lot of thoughts there, but the main thing I'm grateful for is the love of God, because if God did not love me, I wouldn't have learned these lessons. I would still be a slave to all of this, and I wouldn't be walking in the freedom of God. And that's what I'm hoping to walk into in the new year, continue to walk into. But it's been, to be pruned is not easy. It's been tough. Yeah.
It sounds like there's been a lot of growth for you then.
Yeah.
Maturity.
100%. 100%. It has been. What are you going to say?
No, it's just that you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because that process is really painful. The process of having to unlearn and then learn at the same time is quite hard, and it's the shifting of who you are. And like I said, obviously you're finding your new identity in Christ, and that's really difficult because you have to drop everything that you knew before and start on a clean slate at the age of 31, 32, whatever. That's
hard.
Scary.
It's hard.
It's
scary. It's just letting go of pretty much what you know.
Exactly. There was something that I'm trying to, without giving so much context, but there's a few things in life, you know, as girls we'd be like, oh yeah, I want, you know, you say, Kenya, sometimes you say, oh, I want this soft life and all this stuff like that. But God has things that I would expect I haven't received. And God is like, but you've made it. So all these things that you're expecting, do you really need them? Not that you can't have them, but do you really need them? Like, I've shown you that you can survive a year without all of those things because you have me.
That's deep.
Wow. Damn.
That's deep.
It's like, okay. So that's what I'm reflecting on, lessons learned. Or I don't know if that's the way to put it, but it's
You're doing a good job. Honestly, you're doing a fantastic job. I
feel like you are showing up as your authentic self as well. Like, you're very unapologetic about it. Like, it's very much like, guys, okay, I'm in this space, I need to take a moment, I'll be back. Like, guys, I thought about it, I think I need to do this differently. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Like, it's showing how so open and receptive you are to honoring God in the season and it all being all about him. And I think that sometimes it's like we get so lost in like, okay, I want to do this, or okay, I desired this, okay, I want to do this, but we forget that the priority should always be God, you know. And I think I'm just glad you really shared on that. And I think it's even sort of like making me go back and just kind of have that stillness and like really ask God, okay, like what is going on, like what do you want me to do? Like I think it shows the intimacy that you have with him and where you're at. And so I'm grateful for that for you as well. And
Thank God. Appreciate that.
Quick question. I keep on saying quick question before I ask a question, for goodness sake. Would you say that this is the most intimate you have been in your walk with God?
Oh yeah.
Good question.
1000%. It's I feel that I'm beginning to know God.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm consciously taking time to read his word, to be in his presence, to know God. And I don't think before I took that time to do that, it was more, what can I get out of God?
Okay.
Like, okay, if I read this, okay, I can tick that off. I'm a better person in this way. Or I read the whole of Proverbs. Oh yeah, I get that. But to know God is deeper, because then it sits in you. Yeah. Like, because we are part of God. So if we truly know him, it like his ways will sit and resonate within us. But if we're just like reading him like a book, and it's just like, oh, okay, you don't really know. Yeah, you don't really, for me anyway, I didn't really know him as God. I just knew him as creator. And maybe I'm saying I know him as a father now. Maybe it's like deeper. It's like there's a deeper, because I've always known him as God, but known him as like intimately, that one-to-one, like as a father.
Do you know his voice?
I know, exactly. And that's why I do I could be a bit more random. It might seem random, but it's like I'm just letting him flow within me. And then I'm also seeing that people are coming to me and they are talking, like, you know, they say like it's the fivefold ministry, prophets, evangelists, but like I'm now seeing people around me that identify as one of those people, and then they speak to me and I know it's God that is speaking through them, and it sits on a different level, and I know when it's not, but it's like I have more discernment because it's like our spirits are like speaking. One of my friends said to me the other day something about how I'm feeling, and I was like, how do you know that? Like it's such a deep message that she get, but it's only God that told her. So it's like we're connecting more. I'm connecting more with people through God. It's but because for me myself, this life I have tried to do it my own way for too long. I have tried. But this year has been surrender. Full surrender.
That's the word, surrender.
Yeah, it's full surrender. And as Kenya sometimes says, she prays rather than talks. She prays. That's what I'm going into, like in the new year with as well. I don't say too much. I'm on my knees praying. But that's me, guys.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, it's powerful. Like making me think a bit about myself.
I know. I feel like my own was very.
But you know what? I just want to say, like, you don't want to know. You don't want to have to go through a journey to know God because of pain, and pain has brought me to this point.
But as humans, though, is that just not the natural? It's really sad.
The way I see it, I feel like sometimes, for us to fulfill our true purpose, there is a process to it. Yeah, and I think that it comes in like maybe three steps. One, obviously, you identify what God wants you to do. You will try it. Remember, this year, we talked a lot about you just throwing yourself out there and just trying stuff, things you're scared of. Yeah, so it starts with the learning and kind of just putting yourself out there and having faith that God is going to guide you through that process. 2, God is going to test you. He's going to test you. He's going to prune you. He's going to rock anything that is not of him in you. And I think that's the painful part, because we realize that, okay, like, you think that you've done the first, because when you do the first part, it kind of looks like, okay, so I'm ready to elevate, to do what God wants me to do. But it doesn't actually get to that part, because you have to do the work for God to then trust you to get to that process. And I think that that's a process that I'm always learning, that, like, we might know our purpose, or we might feel like, okay, this is what God has showed me that I'm gonna do, or this is how my year is gonna look like, and you're excited for it and everything. But like, there's a process to it. God has to trust you to it. What was it? I think there's so many people in the Bible, like David, like he was anointed years before he became a king, you know. So so once you go through that process and God sees that he's pruned you, he's prepared you for what's ahead, that's when it gets to the third stage, which is your promotion. So I feel like, yes, it's this season has been painful, it's been hard than usual, and it's required you doing more of, like, I give it to you, God, I give it to you. But it means that you're just at the door of what's ahead, because now God sees that he's trusting you more. God sees that it's not everything you're doing, you're trusting him to do it. You're trusting him to order your steps and do it. It's not about, okay, what am I going to get out of it and all this stuff. And that's what I'm even saying, that it's not that I'm jealous of you, by envy. I'm envious. The word. I am envious of being in that place of that stillness, and you're just so given completely towards God. The noise of your life, the things you have to do, all those things is no longer about that. It's about, okay, we're getting up today, God, whatever you're gonna say that we're gonna do, that's what we're gonna do. I don't care about anything else. And literally you've been saying that to us, that, girls, I know I'm on my journey now. God is telling me there's some things I need to do, so yeah, please, I can't, you know, or I'm gonna do this, or, you know, I'm open to taking this on. So yeah, and when God sees that he can trust us in at that stage, that's when it's like that promotion, that elevation, what your purpose is, what you're supposed to walk in, you walk into it. So
you've explained that beautifully,
really well.
Yeah, so
really well.
Honestly, like, I'm grateful to God for taking you through this, giving you the grace to go through the season that you're in, and I'm so excited to see where God is going to take you and where God is going to propel you to, and us getting together to celebrate you and just be so excited for you. So yeah, in terms of bigger picture, it's been a good year.
Yeah,
It's been a good year.
Yeah. I can say that it has been. Yeah, thank you, girls. I'm trying not to.
Even me, cry.
I'm like swallowing it. But yeah, God bless you, girls. What about you? Actually, let's go to Kenya.
Yes,
I always feel like you round it up.
Yeah, it's true actually. She does. She usually is the one that pulls it back. Yeah, you do. What's the question?
How's your
Sorry.
How's your year been? What's your lessons learned? What you're grateful for? Is that what you said?
what you're grateful for.
What am I grateful for? I would say this year I am grateful for God's consistent provision. I'm just thankful that every single day He provides us with a beautiful home that we live in. Even though the interest rate went up, did we suffer?
Serious?
We didn't. No, you blessed.
We actually did it,
well
so we're very thankful for that because it's a lot more. The interest rate was a lot more than what we were previously on. But actually,
you're blessed.
Honestly, we're just like, thank you, Jesus. Kelvin obviously had started a new role in January, such a fantastic job, and it actually was everything that he desired. He had said it a number of times, this is my criteria, and he's literally got the job that matches all of the criteria, which is absolutely amazing. Again, my job, something that I didn't desire or whatever, but God said, no, I'm gonna give you this. It sets up the next chapter, the next season of life for you both. Just surrounding us with people, friends and family, like the right people, the right people at the right time. Finding that we know lots of people, but really and truly, who are the ones that we would genuinely rely on? And I think that's been, this year I've realized that, I know lots of people and I'm like you are just an acquaintance. This is family. And I've been working really hard to just have that clear separation between acquaintances and family. And so I'm thankful for the provision of those that we consider family and friends, close friends and family, that pour into us, we can pour into them. It's just God's provision every day, be it waking up in our home, safe, happy. Food is there in abundance, water is there, drink is there.
For real.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Nice, yeah.
The heating works, you know.
Some people are really suffering.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
People are really suffering, like everything.
You can't take those things for
We
granted.
can't, even waking up every single day, like God's protection every day. We go, we come back, fine. Nothing's happened. And in the news, there's so much about things happening to women, just going on a jog, something's happened. Going to the corner shop, something happened, but every day for us, we've traveled all the way from wherever to here. Nothing's happened. Like we've been safe the whole time. That ring of fire that surrounds us, or the angels that surround us, whatever it is that is surrounding us, whatever is covering us, wow, can't take it for granted at all. So I'm just thankful for those things. And again, restoration, isn't it? I said it last time. The last 2 years have been a year of restoration. And he's been restoring our faith, our hope. God's been showing us that he's faithful, he's good, he's true to his word. Like he's not a man that he shall lie. Like his word never ever goes out void. It always returns with something. So it's just been a nice year, guys. I can't say anything else. I'm just happy.
So what has been your lessons learned this year? And actually, lessons learned, I didn't ask you this, but we can ask Kenya. If there was anything in the year that you feel like, in hindsight, you would handle it differently.
So a lesson that I've learned this year, a lesson I've learned this year is that I can trust God with my deepest desires. I think that was something that I've battled with just for a very long time. Always scared to kind of hand over the deepest desires, because it's like, this is what I want. Like me, this is what I want, but is this what you want? And so feeling a bit scared to be like, okay, I'm going to trust you to just take it, God, and you're just going to make it happen for me. Because again, it comes back to, you're talking about the 3 stages where God is going to shake anything that we think is of God. Is it really of God? It is my desire. And in my head, I'm like, well, biblically, like, it ain't wrong. But is it really of God though? Like, at the core of it, the intention, the desire for it, is it from a place of bring God glory, to glorify God, to be a testimony for him, and blah, blah, blah. So that's something I've learned this year, that I can truly trust him. And I just need to let go, is what I think I've learned this year. I just need to let go. I usually don't set goals and stuff for myself. I think that's something I need to start doing. There's a scripture in the Bible and it says, I'm just going to paraphrase it, but it talks about you make your plans and you present them to the Lord. And I've always I don't really plan. So if that makes any sense, with my life, I don't really plan. Don't ask me what my goal is. I don't have goals.
Kenya.
I don't have goals.
Kenya,
I don't.
please,
I
Kenya.
don't. I just, if I fancy doing a driving test, I'll do a driving test. If I fancy buying a house tomorrow, I might say, Kels, you want to buy a house tomorrow, love? Like, I don't really set myself goals. I think there's a whole fear around failure. That's why. And not accomplishing it. And so then you just feel defeated. So cut the cameras. Let's just go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Do you know what I mean? But actually, though, I do think that God does call us to plan, to be strategic.
And it says make the vision clear.
Yes.
Make it plain.
Make it plain,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I think that's something I have to take into 2025. I have to plan, set goals, and work towards them.
Look at you.
So yeah,
Kenny
I'm a
the
bit scared.
planner.
I'm a bit scared to do that because I'm like,
Yeah, it's good.
if I want to stop, I'll just stop and be like, I'm not doing it anymore.
Don't worry, I'll be checking in with you now.
Damn. Okay.
Now that you
Accountability.
said it.
So how do you
Accountability.
feel like you have managed all this while without planning?
I just go with the flow, sister. And
Because
sometimes things just happen.
That's how she's blessed you now.
Honestly,
It just
that's what I'm
happens.
like,
Because some of us
genuinely.
were really doing
No.
warfare, writing, God, I submit my prayer. Like, when you write everything down, you pray.
No.
You plan everything towards it.
No. I guess that there's the beauty of that, though, is it allows God to sort of navigate what I do next, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not too fixated on it must be this, it has to be this, which is nice. But at the same time, I do think that God's not telling me to just be like the wind.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Just
anywhere.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, we fancy doing this. Oh, let's just do it. Like, you want to be intentional about the things that you decide to do, because it does. There are knock-on effects. There are consequences. There are promotions, whatever, that come with these decisions. But yeah, I just go with the wind. I don't think I'm called to just go with the wind.
You're blessed. You must be
Honestly.
one of God's favourite, because even not
Maybe.
planning, look at the doors that He's opened for you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, things that I would have been happy with the classroom teacher role for the next 50 years. And I've been like, oh my God, this is so great.
He said, what?
He said, not on my watch. Not on my watch. So yeah, so that's the beauty of it. It allows God to just move me into places and positions that I'm not even thinking about. But I do think that I need to be a little bit more intentional about it. Like, now that I'm in this position, ideally, what would I like to do next? Because then I need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing so that it allows me to walk into that environment or into that room, so that I can accomplish what God is desiring me to do. Or I need to seek Him and be like, so Lord, what's exactly what Abs is kind of doing, allowing God to decide what you are doing, but I need to be in partnership with Him on that and be like, okay, God, what is it you want me to do? Because I'm just a vessel. What exactly is it? So then I have clarity on His plan for me, and then we can partner up together and work on it.
Yeah, when you were talking, it reminded me of Matthew 6:33 about seek the kingdom of God and all His righteousness, and all things will be added onto you. But the NLT version says, seek the kingdom of God above all else, live righteously, and He will give you everything you need. That everything you need. And I think if we are seeking God's kingdom, seeking His way, all these great things that are happening. I mean, you must be seeking His kingdom, because all these great things, He's giving you everything you need. And yeah, so I think it's that, what you're saying, that balance of seeking, so you're planning, those are the things you're praying towards, so it doesn't feel so aimless. And then He will just continue to do what He's doing for you, and just giving you everything. But it's God is.
So 2025, I need to do that more. Just partner up and desire, like, find out, what do you want me to do, Father? Where do you want me to be? Where do you want me to go, so that I can do my part. But it's been a good year. I can't complain. Just nice. Do you know what I mean? Just nice.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
No, right.
It's good. It's good.
God's favorite.
Yeah.
Oh no. Don't say that. And then next year I'm on the struggles. I'm joking.
Oh,
no, go for a bid.
No, please.
I've paid my
That.
dues. I paid my
You've
dues.
learned
It's
your
all right.
lesson. I suffered for 19 years.
I've
So
paid my
yes,
dues. It's okay.
Please.
This
no
is my
more.
reward. It's like a reward.
It's like a reward.
Yes.
And our sister Roslyn,
Yeah.
Rosie Royalty.
It's so
is
interesting
cancelled,
what we've been talking about, because I think like now my mind has gone blank. But I think was one thing I definitely will be most grateful for this year is just my family. I feel like God has just been so good to us and just so faithful to us. For our daughter, who's just amazing, like
and
she's-
yummy.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm just so grateful that she's growing up well. She's hitting all of her milestones. She's learning, and I'm grateful for her having a happy home, happy parents, and you know, just being able to do life with like a man that is willing to sort of just help us like figure this out, because this is new for us. So I think I'm grateful for that, and I feel like this year's been good for us as a family. We've tried to do some new things. We've traveled, which was nice.
We did some serious
we did
enjoyment.
some travels. Because we're trying to get our it's free to travel for kids before they turn 2.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're trying to
Pack it in.
yeah. So she got two in last year. Well, this year.
Can you imagine? All before 1, right?
Yeah. She's got 2 in.
This
So
has
we're
got
gonna
more stamps.
try. I know. I was telling my mum. I was saying to my mum, outside of Ghana, what other stamps do you have? Please tell me. Because the thing
Don't
is,
do your mom like that.
no, because the thing is, like, our parents sometimes are like, oh, like, why are you traveling with the child? Why are you? And like, my husband is also a bit funny about like us traveling and leaving her with someone for a long period. So I think for the foreseeable future, we're gonna be carrying her for every trip. That Valentine's trip that was banking on the couple one. I don't think that's gonna happen, child. So yeah, we're gonna carry our baby wherever we go.
It's okay.
But yeah, I was explaining this to my mom, like, do you expect us to leave her, you know, and just go? And she was like, no, don't travel with her. But you like her being in another country, embracing the culture, so fascinated. Like her taste buds just expanded when we traveled, and I think it's just experiencing all those things. I'm just so grateful to God for that. Like, I keep harping on about, like, to be a mother has been like such a massive privilege and just a blessing, and it will never stop fascinating me. I just will never be, it's just wild to me. Like, it's just that whole journey, and like, it's like, I feel like it's kind of like how God sees us, like my child, and they will see us doing he will see us doing something that he's like really proud of, or like he can see okay, we're doing better. Like, God is looking at you and I say, oh, I'm so proud of you. Make me so happy. And it's like how you feel about, like, when I see her, I feel like that's how God views us, you know. And then it's like when she's doing something, I'm like, no, don't do it. And then she learns, and then it's like she don't go back to do those things. And so yeah, that's the thing I'm grateful for the most. And yeah, I'm just excited for what God is going to do for my family, and like, you know, where he's going to take us, and different doors that he's going to open for us. And like, the same way in my family, God has been, you know, there's been provision. Like, when I had a baby, I couldn't really go back to work like that, and God opened an opportunity for my husband, and you know, it's just God has been faithful, truly. And yeah, I think it's made the year a good year. But you know, I think definitely with the good, it's also been challenging, because I don't know if one of you guys said this, but like, it's like with every blessing there's like work and responsibility that also comes with it. So I think with the different seasons that we've been in, and like no matter how good it's been, I think it's also been challenging, just adjusting to the responsibility and like being prepared for it and being organized. And I think like maybe if I had to just focus on a word for lesson learned this year, I think my word will be discipline. I'm somebody that I thought I was disciplined, but I think I've struggled with being disciplined a lot, and just being a mum requires you to be very organized. I'm chaotically organized, and that just doesn't work. So I think being quite disciplined with my time and being disciplined in my intimacy with God, being intentional about, okay, this is what I want to do, stick to it, and make sure you see it through. I think that's what I really struggled with, and I feel like is sort of spilled into different aspects of my life, and it is weird because I'm not that person, and it's kind of opened the floodgates a little bit on like, okay, why am I not achieving this? Or why God, like I feel guilty about, I'll write all the notes from, I'll record little things like. Now when you go to church, you can't listen to the sermon because now you have someone running around everywhere. You will record it. The plan will be, when I get home, I'm gonna put this, listen to it, and then pray, do the prayers with it, everything, and you don't get to do it, and then it's kind of like, okay, and then I start to feel bad, and I just feel like, okay, spiritually I'm not in that place. So I think for me, lesson learned is just working on my discipline and be more focused this year, and just letting everything flow through that. I feel like when I'm disciplined with my relationship with God first, it will help me with managing everything else, because right now the stuff that needs to be managed, I've tried, I don't tire. Yeah, so I think that's definitely something that I've learnt. I
had a question, because I think motherhood, I hear from people that there's things that, in terms of our expectation of, okay, for the day I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and then it doesn't happen because baby does what baby does. Like, is there a level of just acknowledging that as well, to give yourself that grace, because it's actually, a lot of it's out of your control as well. Literally. Like, how have you shown yourself grace this year?
I don't know now. If I have to be really honest, I don't think I've shown myself grace this year. I feel like I've given myself a hard time for being sort of like surviving and like things that I'm doing, and it's like not giving myself a hard time, not getting through certain things. I just think that's just my nature. Like, if I've planned to do this, I want to do it. So I don't think I've shown myself grace. I think maybe I've just found joy in doing it. So it's like, although I'm like, oh, Rosalind, like, you were supposed to wash this stuff yesterday, I'm kind of like, okay, but at least I'm happy that she saw the Christmas tree and she's so fascinated by it. So I think I find joys in the things that I do actually get to do. And then the things that I don't, I give myself a hard time, but I'm just glad I have friends. I have a husband that will pour into me, and that will just be like, look, you're doing a lot, so don't stress about it, So I think that's sort of like how I've been managing it. But I think maybe grace needs to be another word for me next year, because this year, I wouldn't say it's a lesson learned, but I think it's something that I've really struggled with. It's just feeling like I didn't achieve everything I wanted to achieve on an individual level. And I think, I don't know if it's come to the realization that my life has changed, so my goals are going to have to shift a little bit. But I think there's certain things that are just very much like, Rosalind, like, this is what God said I'm gonna do, and I didn't do it, and it's like, is that my fault? Is that the season I'm in? Like, Do you know what I mean? I think that's something that I'm figuring out. But in all of it, like, I'm still thankful to God, Sha.
How have you managed what you thought your family would be like versus what it truly is? So for example, before we all have children, we all think we're all gonna be this kind of family and and then you actually have a child and it's like, oh, we're this kind of family. How have you sort of managed that process or that? Yeah,
that's a really good question. So I feel like it's been first really divesting from the idea of what I thought my family was gonna look like. And I feel like, you know, me, I always thought, oh, my family were gonna be in this suburban area with our mansion, just aesthetically, it was, the aesthetic was given, the aesthetic is different now. And I think also I didn't see myself. I think maybe it's because of my career and the women that I look up to in my career and things like that. But I think I also didn't expect me to be this kind of woman that I've become for my family. And my husband was also truly surprised me, and like he's just become like daddy mode, like hardcore, and it's just like I knew he would be that person, but I think I didn't envision exactly how it would look like. So I feel like there are good parts and there are some parts that are new to me. But one thing that I think, I was speaking to one of my friends the other day about, oh, I wanted us to do this, we didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. But then she said something that really struck with me. And yeah, Jackie was like, you have a good home, you have a good and caring husband, you have a healthy child that is just so curious about so many things and grown so well, and she has the best home, like a secure space to build that, and that is all you need, really. Period. For like, no matter how that looks like in whatever capacity, that is all you need as a family, you know. And yeah, that really touched me. And I think, yeah, like, so for me, I've unsubscribed to the idea of like, okay, we need to be this, we need to be that. Like, of course, like, we can desire for stuff, but again, it's, you know, pruning that through, you know, God's lens of what it is that he wants for us and what, you know, what is right for us. But I think for me, it's just, now it's like in whatever capacity it is, just being so grateful for like, I'm just like, I am very grateful for those, for having that dynamic. I feel like, as somebody that had a very toxic thinking of a family and marriage and all of these things, like, I'm just so grateful to God that he saw me worthy to have this, and he's also building me to cultivate, you know, the right environment for my family. So yeah, I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
So I have another one.
keep it
these ones were just like collecting ideas.
Before you
have you got time?
5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
How have you been able to manage external voices coming into your family, if that makes any sense? So we're all African women. We know that the mums will tell us, for example, give that baby water, right? The minute it comes out the womb, give it water, right? But the nurses and doctors say, don't do that until 6 months. So our families, they tend to have a lot of opinions on how we should possibly raise the kids or how we should do things as a family and so on and so forth. But how have you been able to navigate that? Because we hold, especially us females, we hold our mothers quite highly in our lives, and what they say to us sometimes can go as Bible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how have you been able to allow them to influence but also create a boundary?
So I feel like I love my mum, I love my family. I come from a very close-knit family that we do a lot of stuff together. But I think in in the years that I've been married and now we have a child, I've also learned that my nuclear family also is very important, and what is right for us is very important. So for me, my mom would not like this. Should she ever hear this, she's not going to be happy with it. But I told her the other day, I said, I love you and I will always take what you say on board. But it's on board for me to assess. It's not on board for me to move forward with. And I think a lot of the times as well, when it comes to certain things, our parents or certain circles are exposed to a very specific way of life. So I ain't gonna lie, certain things like baby shower, child's birthday, travel with a child, my mom was like, hey, you want to expose yourself? You want to expose your child? You want to carry that child on a plane for someone to give her something? So, and she means well. And for me, navigating that means not knocking what she's saying, but also baby shower. Does that mean we have to pray more? We have to pray about the people we're inviting more. We don't tell everybody. Do you know what I mean? What's it called? Traveling with our child. It means, yes, I have to prep for everything, but we back it up in prayer. Even her, if she's not keen, I say, we're going. So please, the only thing you can do is support me in prayer. You know, or she's my mom. My mom is a GP nurse. Like certain things that she can tell me to help me to prep. So I think for me, it's taking it on board, but deciphering what works for us as a family and what we're gonna put aside. And like these days we've had to do more and more. The older the Nas gets, the more, and it's like my husband is also becoming more vocal about what he wants for us. Before he was very much like, you know, just cool, chill. Like he would hear it and he would just be like, okay, cool, so we're not gonna do that. just letting you know, like I get where they're coming from, but yeah. And so I think, I think we're very much now about us. What is best for our unit comes first. But with external voices, I always feel like you take it with a pinch of salt and you know what to trust. Like I trust what my pastor says more than what maybe my mum says, because I know there's some emotions to it. Whereas with my pastor, he's more grounded in, it's not like he's attached to our family, but the attachment is different. So it's more objective in that sense. So so I think outside voices, definitely knowing what to take, knowing what not to take. And it's like, even if you're not taking it, just making sure that I'm praying about it before kind of letting it go.
Nice. Well, lots of learning, boy.
Lots of learning. But we're grateful to God. It sounds like it's been a year of growth for all of us.
Definitely.
Year of growth. Yeah.
Nice.
But to quickly jump onto something a bit more giddy before we wrap up, what are you guys doing for Christmas?
Oh my God, I usually go to my brother-in-law's house for Christmas. They have 2 kids, so it's easier to just go there.
Nice.
But so I'll be with them.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Got two kids running around.
Yeah.
Do you guys play games and stuff like that?
No, we haven't over the last few years because they've been quite small. So, but maybe this year might be different.
I remember you used to, like, where you and your mum used to go to, there'll be like games.
Yeah. When it was me and my mum, I'd go to my godfather's house. There'll be games. Yeah, it was crazy. Articulate was constant.
Don't play that game with
Where
black
did
people.
Articulate this year?
Oh God.
It's because of world. That world section just always gets me. But yeah, and I think this year my mum is, because with her business, she will be busy up north. So so I think she's spending Christmas there, which she's happy about. She keeps herself busy. But yeah, how about you?
We actually want to go away maybe for like a day or two as a family, but still TBD. But usually Christmas we spend with my mum, with my family, and then the rest of the day we'll go to Kevin's family. Or the 26th. If we don't go with the rest of the day, it'll be the 26th. We'll go to Kevin's family, and then we'll go to Kevin's dad's family, so it's back to back to back to back.
yeah.
So
A lot.
yeah,
In what?
yeah.
Across
In a
the,
few days, yeah. So that's why we wanna maybe have like a bit of like zen to ourselves first, before the season kicks up. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
This year we're with my family, so we typically go to my sister's house because she's got the 2 kids, and she said I ain't going nowhere with them. So she said y'all can come here, or that's that. So we're all just gonna go to them. Fleur's now 8, so she likes playing Monopoly and she's very good at it. So we're so excited.
She's so grown.
I can't believe it.
Oh my
I cannot
gosh! When I
believe
saw
it.
that picture, I said,
Yeah,
this is
she's
Fleur.
8. So she knows how to play Monopoly. She understands it. She's beat people before. So we're like, yep, it's good. We're gonna do this. So yeah, it's smaller than usual, or what it used to be in the past, but that's okay. It's nice. But now we're grown up. Like, Christmas is not as exciting. You realize that your parents put on the best Christmas for you when you were younger.
Christmas is always exciting. Guys,
I
you
don't
know
find
what?
this that exciting.
Give me this year. Next year, I'm gonna bring Friendmas back.
Oh, yes,
you were
please.
supposed to,
Yes,
but then-
please.
but
I know,
then-
yeah.
Yes,
So I did
please.
Friendmas, what?
Yes, 2
2
years.
ago, and then the next year, obviously, we had a. And
Yeah.
this
Another
year,
friend.
we need to figure out the child shop.
Yeah.
And if I'm not pregnant next year,
Whoop.
we'll go again.
Listen,
We'll go again.
I hear it. Yeah. Oh, Abs, you can host us.
It's true. That's what we were gonna do. I think it was gonna be rotating.
Yeah, you can host us. We'll come and eat
next year?
a goosey
'Cause
soup and
it's
that.
it's too soon. If we had
Yeah,
planned
it's
it,
too
we would have
short.
probably.
I've
been
got
this
one
year.
based with like Kevin's friends.
Okay.
So that should also be.
I've already
cute.
done. Yeah, Kevin Adiola's friends.
Oh, they
last
did
week.
Friendmas.
Yeah, we did it in Luton.
Nice.
It's a pop.
It was for her.
Boy, it's a pop.
Here
Good for
comes
that.
Santa
Yeah,
Claus. It should be
Friendsmas is more.
Santa
That's
Claus.
what's exciting. But
Yeah,
as in Christmas
yeah,
Day
it was
now, as
good.
an adult, it's like I just want to eat and sleep.
I
Like, do you know what I
know.
mean? You want to chop and then lie on the sofa, maybe watch a nice
Yeah.
movie, but you're not.
That's why I said. My mum said, "Please, she just wants to relax."
Yeah, you just want to relax. Yeah, usually with Calvin's family, it's very energetic. Like, there's no rest there. It's one game after another, and they're arguing like, a household full of bare Nigerians.
Please, thank you. Leave us out. Leave us alone. And on that
Scary.
note, whatever you are doing this Christmas, I hope you
Yes.
have a wonderful time. Yeah.
Enjoy Christmas. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa. You know this one.
I don't know this one, but I can
Musician.
pretend. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa
I love Christmas.
I can
I
tell.
love Christmas.
I can tell.
Honestly, once the tree out of well, we need to wrap up. But what's it called? I was so sad this week because I was like, it's literally almost halfway through December, and our Christmas tree is not up. And I'm so stressed, and all of this stuff. And then I went the day that I was just like bawling my heart out to my husband. I went to bed and I woke up and he'd put the Christmas tree up, and I was like, oh, I'm so happy. Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, that was really sweet. But yeah, so I'm excited for Christmas now.
That is so sweet.
That is.
Aww.
That's when
Big
that
up, Mr.
saw, we
Safo.
both saw it. She was like,
Well, thank you for joining us for our beautiful roundup of the year episode. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social platforms. You know that the info will be in the link below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on our YouTube channel as well. And don't forget, £45 off any House of Law wigs with the code PreachItSis, which is also down below. See y'all in the new year.
see you in the new year.
Bye.
Bye.